Hare Krishna. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. नेत्रलेपविष्ट जयं विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिभजक ज्येष्ठतर सता श्री श्रीमद एसी भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी जगतगुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव भक्तवृंद की नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय श्री रूप सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ श्री जीव गोपाल भट्टदास रघुनाथ षडगोस्वामी प्रभुगण की प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्री भासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की जय श्री श्री वृंदावन मथुरा धाम की जय श्री श्री नवद्वीप मायापुर धाम की जय श्री श्री पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र जगन्नाथ पुरी धाम की जय श्री श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी की जय श्री श्री द्वारका धाम की जय श्री श्री बद्रिका धाम की जय श्री श्री अयोध्या धाम की जय श्री श्री गंगा मैया जमुना मैया की जय जय श्री श्री तुलसी महारानी की जय श्री श्री वृंदा देवी की जय श्रील प्रभुपाद ट्रांसेंडेंटल बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की जय जुग धर्म श्री श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय श्री श्री हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की जय उपस्थित समस्त भक्तवृंद की जय ऑल ग्लोरीज टू assembled devotees हरे कृष्ण ऑल ग्लोरीज टू assembled devotees हरे कृष्ण ऑल ग्लोरीज टू assembled devotees हरे कृष्ण ऑल ग्लोरीज टू श्री गुरुवान गौरांग श्रील प्रभुपाद की ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवतेरुत्तमा श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी Hare Krishna. So first of all, I will seek the blessings and mercy of all the assembled Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis, so that on this very important topic, that is in the 10th canto, which are definitely I'm not qualified, but somehow I've got an opportunity to purify my own consciousness, and also for the pleasure of our divine lordships and the assembled devotees. I will try my best, whatever I have heard, understood, I will try to discuss. So we are now discussing the 10th canto, chapter number 70. So in that, today we are going to discuss the last 3 verses of the 70th chapter. The title of the chapter is Lord Krishna's Daily Activities. So there are 3 verses in this. The first one has the purport, that is 45th. The other 3 don't have the purport. So what I will do is, I will just read the slokas first, then later on we will repeat all the slokas. śrī-śuka uvāca tatra ātma-pakṣeṣv gṛṇatsu vijigīṣayā vācaḥ peśaiḥ smayan bhṛtyam uddhavam prāha keśavaḥ. Text number 46. Śrī Bhagavan uvāca tvam hi nāha paramam chaksyuh shrunu mantrārtha tattvavid athatra bhṛtyam anustheyam śraddhadmaha karvāmatat. Text 47. Itte upamantri to bhṛtra sarvagyepi mudhavat nidesam sirasadhyaya uddhavaṁ pratyabhāsata. The text 45, we can repeat again. Śrī-śuka uvāca tatra teṣv ātma-pakṣeṣv gṛṇatsu vijigīṣayā vācaḥ peśaiḥ smayan bhṛtyam uddhavam prāha keśavaḥ. Śrī-śuka uvāca tatra teṣv ātma-pakṣeṣv gṛṇatsu vijigīṣayā vācaḥ peśaiḥ smayan bhṛtyam uddhavam prāha keśavaḥ. Please repeat. Śrī-śuka uvāca uddhavam prāha keśavaḥ. Śrī-śuka uvāca tatra ātma-pakṣeṣv gṛṇatsu vijigīṣayā vācaḥ peśaiḥ uddhavam prāha keśavaḥ. Mataji. Śrī-śuka uvāca tatra teṣv ātma-pakṣeṣv gṛṇatsu vijigīṣayā vācaḥ peśaiḥ bhṛtyam uddhavam prāha keśavaḥ. The word meaning. Śrī-śuka uvāca. Śukadeva Gosvāmī said, tatra, there, teṣu, they, the Yādavas, ātma, his own, pakṣeṣu, supporters, agṛṇatsu, not agreeing, vijigīṣayā, because of their desire to conquer Jarāsandha, vācaḥ, of speech, peśaiḥ, with charming usage, smayan, smiling, bhṛtyam, to his servant, uddhavam, Śrī Uddhava, prāha, spoke, keśavaḥ, Lord Kṛṣṇa. Translation and purport by the disciples of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Translation of 45th text. Śukadeva Gosvāmī said, when his supporters, the Yādavas, objected to this proposal out of eagerness to defeat Jarāsandha, Lord Keśava turned to his servant Uddhava and, smiling, addressed him with fine words. Text 46. The personality of Godhead said, "You are indeed our best eye and closest friend, for you know perfectly the relative value of various kinds of counsel. Therefore, please tell us what should be done in this situation. We trust your judgment and shall do as you say." Text 47. Śukadeva Gosvāmī continued, thus requested by his master, who, though omniscient, acted as if perplexed, Uddhava took this order upon his head and replied as follows. Thus end the purports of the humble servants of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada to the 10th canto, 70th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled Lord Kṛṣṇa's Daily Activities. Om Ajnānatimirandhasya Jnānanjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Śrī Gurave Namaha Śrī Caitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhūtale Swayam Rupaha Kadamaiham Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Śrī Guru Śrī Uttapādakamalam Śrī Gurun Vaishnavamscha Śrī Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunatanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Kṛṣṇa Caitanya Devam Śrī Radhacharan Sagana Lalita Śrī Viṣakhanvitamscha He Kṛṣṇa Karuna Sindhu Dīnabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrisabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Krupa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo 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 Mahavadanyaya Kṛṣṇa Prema Padayate Kṛṣṇāya Kṛṣṇa Caitanya Namne Gauratasi Namaha Jai Shri Kṛṣṇa Caitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivāsadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Kṛṣṇa Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukam karati vācālam pangum langhayate girim jatkupātamah vande Śrī Guru Dinatarinam Śrī Paramananda Madhavam Śrī Caitanya Iswaram. Hare Krishna. Oh, sorry. Oh, I forgot. Yes, 45 has a purport. 45th verse, purport is, Srila Prabhupada explains, just before the great sage Narada arrived in the Sudharma assembly house of Dwarka, Lord Kṛṣṇa and his ministers and secretaries had been considering how to attack the kingdom of Jarāsandha. Because they were seriously considering this subject, Narada's proposal that Lord Kṛṣṇa go to Hastinapur for Maharaj Yudhishthira's great Rajasya sacrifice did not much appeal to them. Lord Kṛṣṇa could understand the intentions of his associates because he is the ruler of even Lord Brahma. Therefore, in order to pacify them, he smilingly spoke to Uddhava. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur points out that the Lord smiled because he was about to demonstrate Uddhava's brilliant ability to give counsel in difficult situations. So, this is a very important verse for all of us because here Kṛṣṇa is going to display a different quality. Kṛṣṇa has unlimited qualities. So in this chapter of various activities of Lord Kṛṣṇa, we can see the particular essence of these three texts is like how Kṛṣṇa is very eager to love his devotees and to give them the opportunity to take decisions. Like Uddhava here is present. So many other devotees are also present. So as you saw this purport, Prabhupada described, three things are happening simultaneously. First of all, let me tell you that in our mind or in our heart, we are contemplating, we are sitting in the Sudharma assembly. Sudharma assembly is it's when celestial Swargaloka Kṛṣṇa brought it here, and Kṛṣṇa is sitting on the throne, and all other these prajas and different people are displaying their artistic skills. Some people are dancing, some people are playing musical instruments, some people are singing. So all these things are going on. And in the meantime, what happened is messenger came. He was knocking the door. Then Kṛṣṇa came to know. The doorkeeper informed Kṛṣṇa. So Kṛṣṇa said, okay, let him come inside. So then the messenger with folded hands, he paid his prostrated obeisances to Kṛṣṇa and started the message which he brought from the 20,000 kings who were imprisoned by Jarāsandha. Jarāsandha means he is the brother-in-law of Kamsa. So after Kamsa being killed by Kṛṣṇa, he was very rebellious. And as all of you have heard already, that 17 times Jarāsandha attacked this Kṛṣṇa and Balaram with the Dwarka. With each time he used to bring 23 Akṣaunis soldiers. In Mahabharata, how many soldiers are there? 11 plus 7, 18 Akṣauni. So each time Kṛṣṇa and Balaram single-handedly they used to kill all the soldiers except Jarāsandha. And the 18th time he brought the soldiers and he came himself. So that time Kṛṣṇa purposefully it's apparently that Kṛṣṇa was defeated. Kṛṣṇa cannot be defeated. So it seems that he was playing his humanly role, a lila, in which Kṛṣṇa made a trick actually to entrap Jarāsandha. He was actually planning for his killing Jarāsandha. So what he did is, by doing this, obviously Jarāsandha got popped off. He was so proud, a false prestige, and the pride came in his heart. That is why all these devotees, who are Kṛṣṇa's devotees, categorically he captured all of them, and almost 20,000 kings, they are saintly kings basically, so they were imprisoned by Jarāsandha. And he was planning for a Narabali. Narabali means they will be beheaded in front of the goddess Kali and they will be sacrificed. So that message, this messenger brought with a very pitiable heart. He was submitting in front of all the citizens to Kṛṣṇa. And this here Kṛṣṇa, he is petitioning all these kings. They are your pure devotees. They want to take shelter of you. Though they have committed some impious activities because of which they are imprisoned. Because of pious activity they have become kings. Alright, but then because of impious activity they are imprisoned. Because that is the destiny. So that is why they want to take shelter of you. They are fully surrendered. They are not yet surrendered, but they want to take your shelter. So please come and see them, because they want to see you personally. And they want to worship you. They want to personally surrender to you. So when this discussion is going on, all at a sudden the great sage Narad Muni, he came and he arrived in the place. And then everybody stood up, all the assembly members, including Kṛṣṇa, his ministers, his secretaries. They went and straight away they paid prostrated obeisances to Narad Muni. So this is the way Kṛṣṇa is teaching us. Even though he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he is teaching how to greet a great sage, a great sadhu, a great Vaishnava. So then Kṛṣṇa, as a usual way, he worshipped Narad Muni's lotus feet. He sprinkled the water with flowers and all the paraphernalia. And then he inquired with a very soft voice. He glorified Narad Muni. Simply by your arrival in this assembly, the whole three world gets delivered. From what? The soka, moha means lamentation, illusion, and all kinds of all inauspiciousness. So these are the three things which simply by arrival of a sadhu, a saintly person, this thing disappear. So then Kṛṣṇa inquired from Narada Muni, what was the purpose. He gave him a very nice seat. He was sitting comfortably. And then he asked, what is the purpose? How these Pandavas are doing in Hastinapur, especially Yudhishthira. What is his plan, next plan, and what is going to do next? So these three questions when Kṛṣṇa asked. So Narad Muni also, he was a pure devotee, so he knew Kṛṣṇa knows everything. He is the Paramatma in everybody's heart. Just for knowing from these devotees, he is giving the opportunity to ask Narad Muni. So like that, Narad Muni also glorified Kṛṣṇa, that simply by the Sravanam, Kirtanam and Smaranam, this just by chanting your glories, by glorifying you or by remembering you, all these three worlds get purified. All the people are purified from the cycle of birth and death. What to speak of personally seeing you and personally touching your lotus feet. So like that Narad Muni also glorified Kṛṣṇa. So like that the discussion went on, and then Narad Muni also offered various kinds of prayers. I am not going to details. Like you are the super soul, and you are the Satchidananda Vigraha, you are pervading everywhere. So like that different kinds of prayers Narad Muni is offering to Kṛṣṇa to glorify. And then what happened? So then Narad Muni is telling, now Yudhishthira Maharaj is planning to conduct a great sacrifice. It is called Rajasuya Yajna. So in that, what is Rajasuya Yajna means? It is actually the one of the highest sacrifice where all the kings across the world, they have to be conquered. If one king is left out, then that Yajna cannot be performed. So that Jarāsandha was still left out. He was not yet killed. So like that, so indirectly Narad Muni is telling, so Yudhishthira Maharaj also wants to see you. Now he has acquired the wealth as much as in the Brahmalok. Lord Brahma doesn't have that much wealth. He is so rich now. So please come and give your darshan. He needs your association. He needs your mercy. And he wants to do the Agra Puja. Agra Puja means the best person, the highest, most perfect person. He is to be worshipped. And he is to be considered. His fame and name should be spread all over the world. That is the purpose of Rajasuya Yajna. Just like we see in Chaitanya Charitamrita also, we see Haridas Thakur. He was born from a low family. But his, our Advaita Acharya in Santipur, he choose Haridas Thakur to be the beneficiary, the Agra Puja. That is the Sadha ceremony. In the Sadha ceremony, he wanted to worship him. So like that, here, Kṛṣṇa could understand the intention of Narada. So then, Kṛṣṇa was put in a very perplexed situation. Few minutes before the other messenger came, he was telling, these kings are in distress, they want to take shelter of you, they are fully surrendered, please and come and rescue them. Now Narada Muni is coming, he wants to invite Kṛṣṇa to Hastinapur for Rajasuya Yajna. So it is a very perplexed situation, isn't it? It is a very puzzled situation for Kṛṣṇa. So especially here we see there is a duality. What is that? One is sanghara, means to kill Jarāsandha. The other one is prachara, preaching. Narad Muni is a great preacher. What is his job? He will just go anywhere and preach the Kṛṣṇa cult of bhakti. So that is where Kṛṣṇa, actually this is a very sensitive situation, isn't it? So actually Kṛṣṇa is Sarvagya. He knows past, present, future. But just to show a special mercy to his devotees and make his devotees more famous. So he is acting like that. Nimitta matram bhavasabhya sachi. In Bhagavad Gita Kṛṣṇa says. So here you see there are different bhavas. Narad Muni has a bhava and these Yādavas, they have a bhava. They didn't recognize what Narad Muni is telling. No, what he is telling. And this is important. Jarāsandha has to be killed. Otherwise, he will again attack upon us. Kṛṣṇa is already defeated once. So like that, they are very seriously discussing. And now Narad Muni is coming and telling to go for Agra Puja. No, that isn't. So they were adamant. So now Kṛṣṇa, he is actually the master. In any given situation, who is the best person to solve any circumstances, situation, he is Kṛṣṇa. He can solve any problems easily, without any effort. But still, in this particular situation, as this text says, so Kṛṣṇa, he smiled. There's a very mystical smile. Kṛṣṇa's smile is very mysterious, isn't it? Many times devotees, they say, Kṛṣṇa is looking at me, he's smiling at me. He's very pleased. So, but then, very same day or next day, he says, bhajan is gone. So what is the thing? Actually, Kṛṣṇa smiles in various ways, depending on the mood of the devotee. So, many times Kṛṣṇa thinks, oh, such a foolish person. He just smiles out of humiliation. So, when our situation is like that, but in this case, like Lord Brahma also says in second canto of Bhagavatam, Kṛṣṇa's smile is compared to Maya. It is very mystical. And it is like, but for gopis, it arouses the love in their heart. So it has different usages. But in this particular situation, Kṛṣṇa's mystical smile is, he is looking at Uddhava, who was sitting nearby, and he asked with this text, you can see, you just read just now. So Kṛṣṇa is telling Uddhava, you are the right person who can give the solution to this puzzle situation. So then, Uddhava is very famous because all of you know the characteristics of Uddhava. he was a very intimate friend of Kṛṣṇa, and he was a personal counselor. When in difficulty situation comes, Kṛṣṇa has full faith in Uddhava, so that he will always consult Uddhava. Though he is capable, but that was the relation, that was the rasha with Uddhava as a friend, true friend. So like that, he had many other qualities. Especially he was very expert in giving, like in a puzzle situation, in a difficult situation, he gave the exact right decision. So that is why this particular situation Kṛṣṇa referred to Uddhava. And also, see, the thing is here, Kṛṣṇa wants to satisfy Narada Muni. He has to also satisfy the Yādavas, and he has to satisfy the Pandavas. 3 things at a time. Of course, Kṛṣṇa's acts are not ordinary. He can do many things in just one act. Many purposes are achieved. So here we see Kṛṣṇa wanted Uddhava because he was sure that Uddhava can only please, satisfy all the Pandavas, Narada Muni, the great sage, and also the Yādavas. And who can satisfy Kṛṣṇa the best other than Uddhava? So all 4 characteristics Uddhava had. That is why here Uddhava was chosen by Kṛṣṇa. Of course, in the next chapter we will see what a brilliant answer Uddhava gives. He says, my Lord, Narada Muni we cannot defy, he is a pure devotee. We have to listen whatever he says. You have to go to Hastinapur and participate in Radhacharan. At the same time, you cannot neglect your surrendered souls, those kings. You have to deliver them also. So then there is one common factor in both the scenario. What is that common factor? That Jarāsandha has to be killed. Unless Jarāsandha is killed, both purposes cannot. How? See, for example, like in Rajasya Yajna, if Jarāsandha is not defeated or killed, then Yajna cannot be performed. He will tell in the next. That's why he advised, let Bhimsen go. Bhimsen, he has the power of 10,000 elephants. Like Jarāsandha had the same power, isn't it? So only he is a right match with Jarāsandha. As we know, all the famous stories in the Mahabharata also it's mentioned very elaborately, how Kṛṣṇa and Arjun and Bhim, there are 3 of them in the disguise of Brahmana. They go to Jarāsandha, and then Jarāsandha has chosen Bhim. They humiliated. Kṛṣṇa, you are just an ordinary cowherd boy. Like that. So all these stories are there. And I'm not going to detail. So then Jarāsandha was killed by Bhim. At the same time, if Jarāsandha is killed, then these 20,000 kings will be delivered and they can be re-established in their jada jada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyuthanam dharmasya tadatmanam. So dharmasya sthapanam. So that is one of the aim of Kṛṣṇa. So both the purposes it will come in the next chapter. Kṛṣṇa visits Indraprastha. It will come. So like that we see here. So only Uddhava could satisfy all the purposes. So here we can see, as far as satisfactions are concerned, there are various examples. Like in Vrindavan, the gopis, in the night time they used to have Ras Leela and other pastimes with Kṛṣṇa. But when the morning hour comes, Kṛṣṇa has to go with the cowherd boys and the cows. On the whole day they could not have darshan of Kṛṣṇa. So they were not satisfied. They said, Kṛṣṇa, we are not at all satisfied. And the cowherd boys and the cows, they also said, we are not satisfied because night time we don't get your association. Only daytime we go to the forest, we play with each other. And the cows also, they are also thinking that we are also not satisfied. So like that, so what Kṛṣṇa did, he did something how everybody will be fully satisfied. He gave his association both day and night. What he did? He did the Govardhan Leela. 7 days and 7 nights, Kṛṣṇa was lifting the Govardhan Leela. All the Brajavasis, all the cows, gopas, gopis, simultaneously they are present and they are having the uninterrupted darshan, association of Kṛṣṇa, the whole day and night. That is how they Kṛṣṇa made everybody satisfied. He is God, he can do anything, isn't it? So like that, so one more thing, here we see how the Kṛṣṇa's daily activities. There is a famous verse in Upanishad. It says, the parasya shaktir vividhaiva sriyate Swabhaviki jnana balakriyāca. So Krishna simply has his satya sankalp. He just has to desire. Everything, the internal energy, the external energy is so designed, simply by one desire, automatically they will start working. Isn't it? So here also we see Krishna has unlimited opulence. This energies means what? Opulence. But Krishna's special quality, which is mentioned in relevance to this context, this text, that he wants to utilize his opulences for glorifying his devotees. He doesn't want to show to the world, oh, I have this much opulence. He's Atmaram, Atmakam. He doesn't need anything. He's already famous. Everybody knows him. So always his business is how to glorify the devotees, how to make the devotees famous, how to give the credit to the devotees. Like we see the entire Mahabharata, where he gives the Barbari. Barbari, he was the son of Ghatatkacha, and he was so capable, with one arrow he touched all the leaves of the tree. That means Krishna could understand within less than a day he will finish off Mahabharata. Then what will happen to Arjun? My desire is to make Arjun the greatest archer. So that cannot. So immediately he cut off the head with Barbari, with Sudarshan Chakra, and then it was kept on a big pillar. Then he was actually watching what is happening. So I am just explaining how these energies of Krishna are working and how he gives the credit to Arjuna. Arjuna is fighting 64 crores. Soldiers, they were cut like banana trees, like chuck, 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 like that. So but then all these things are happening by the Sudarshan disc. That Barbari could see that. Isn't it? So like that, we see. So this is the mood of Krishna. It is the manobhav. It is the internal mood of Krishna. He's always busy, he's always eager, he's searching the opportunity, how to give the credit to. So here he's doing the same thing. Though he himself can take the decision, he's giving the credit to Uddhava. You tell what is the decision, like that. So from this what we learn, Uddhava's position is not higher. He is a disciple of Brahaspati. He had also the Gyan Abhiman. He is proud of his knowledge, isn't it? Compared to gopis, he is nothing. That's why he is still there as a Gulma in the Uddhava Kund here in Braj. But then, why Krishna is doing this? So here we see this thing is a learning lesson for all of us also as a practicing devotee in our sadhana bhakti. Many times we see the temple authority will tell to do something which we don't like. Or even our colleague devotee, or maybe a junior to us, he may say, though that devotee we don't know, he may be more qualified than us. In the previous life he might have done bhakti, who knows. But then, because of our ego, we don't want to listen. Very nice elaborative stories there in this connection. There was once a flood in Mayapur, and one devotee was living near the river Ganges, and he had 3-storied building. And he was staying in the ground floor, basically. So that the Ganga, some years it become very severe flood comes. The whole the ground floor gets submerged in the water. So he was standing on the first floor, Then obviously, to rescue, many devotees are helping. They are coming in various boats to take the people for food and other shelter and other things. So then one devotee came with a boat. Then this people said, no. He was remembering quoting the sloka, Jogakhyamam vahamyam, ananyas chintantamam, je jana puripasate, tesam bhi avijiktanam jogakhyamam. So Krishna has to come himself. I am such a... So he had some ego, proud. Oh, you are a junior fellow, what do you know? So he just rejected him. Then after some time the water level is going up, he is about to, it is up to his knee level. Then another devotee came. That also he rejected. No. You are just bacha hai, kali aaya hai. So like that, then the third devotee, just like 3-4 devotees came, but he rejected. So finally, he was about to drown. So the point here is, we many times disregard, we many times underestimate the fellow devotees. In our day-to-day practice, we see we commit some mistakes, we commit some offense or some sort of unexpected thing from us, and then some junior person somehow some arrangement I have observed myself, I have noticed it. Many times it happened with me, maybe happening with some of you. So then he comes and corrects us, but our ego doesn't allow. Why I should listen him? He's a junior. He just came yesterday. So like that, so then our bhakti will be difficult. We can't progress. So we should always think it is by Krishna's arrangement, especially those who are staying in the ashram, it's all Krishna's arrangement. We forget by the influence of Maya. So this is one vivid example. Krishna is teaching us by his own setting, by his own example, how he is consulting even Uddhava, the other ministers. So this is the bhava of this text. And we see in Ramayana also, Lord Ramchandra, while he was living in Chitrakoot mountain, recently we visited, very beautiful mountain. Still, now also you can see that beauty which was there in Treta Yuga, lakhs of years back. So that time, there, he used to consult Sugriva. He was staying with all the Banar Senas, and he will ask, where should we go? What should be our strategy? Though he is Supreme Personality of Godhead, he knows everything. So this is the loving reciprocation of Krishna, or the Supreme Person, Lord Rama, or even Chaitanya Lila. We see Lord Chaitanya, he will ask his Swarup Damodar Goswami, or he will ask Rai Ramanand, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, or Nityananda Prabhu, where I should go, what should I go to Vrindavan now, how I should go. So this is a very intimate loving exchange between God, Krishna, and his loving devotees. This is what it is seen in this particular text, Uddhava's position. And also, I remember one time, the day His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj, he passed away. His body was brought here for darshan. So that day our Guru Maharaj arrived. He was in Orissa. It's an emergency flight, he came. So I never noticed. For the first time I saw him, and he was telling his assistant, "Tum kahan lekar jane wale ho? Where you are going to take me?" And the assistant, he had a different mood. What you are asking? You don't know? So I was just wondering, that mood I was recollecting. He will consult us. Or what is our position? We are absolutely full number one in front of him. Guru Mare Murkha Dekhi. So we are murkhas. But still, out of love and affection and out of intimacy, he always consults his disciples. Should I do this? Should I do that? So this is like some of the examples which we also come across in our daily life. How the Lord also, he also exchanges this kind of behavior with his beloved devotees. So these are the, and also we see in Uddhava's case, as all of you have heard in the 10th canto, in the previous chapters, one of the expansion of Satyabhama, he was Kubja. So she actually wanted to enjoy Krishna in a conjugal mood, and that time Krishna also took Uddhava. Such an intimate friend, he was taking Uddhava for this kind of visit, and Uddhava was staying outside, and Krishna delivered her by her lotus feet, showing the lotus feet, and all these things are there. And of course later on her desire could not be fulfilled. Then Krishna again, when he came as Lord Chaitanya in the Radhacharan Mutt in the Kasi Mishra, the same Kubja became Kasi Mishra, and then and he stayed. Lord Chaitanya, he stayed in his house, and all his desires, her desire got fulfilled. So like that, we see in the 11th canto also, towards the end of this pastime, while Krishna was planning to depart from this world, he called Uddhava, and with Maitreya Muni, he gave some personal instructions on Jnana Yoga and the Uddhava Gita in the 11th canto. It is coming up. So there also, Uddhava was not ready to stay back. He said, "No, I want to go with you." He said, "No, you go to Badrika Ashram. And whatever transcendental knowledge I am giving, please distribute amongst these. You are the only left out in my lineage." So that was the relation with Uddhava. So these are some of the examples. And also in the Kusum Sarovar, Uddhava, also he recited the Srimad Bhagavatam, and Krishna personally appeared. So he is not an ordinary person, an ordinary soul. So these are some of the chapters. So next chapter, what is Uddhava is going to tell, we'll hear in the next chapter, where Lord Krishna travels to Indraprastha, and where he will participate in a Rajasya Yajna, and Shishupal will be killed, and he'll be declared the Agra Puja, and he'll be declared the most worshipable person in the entire universe. So that is coming up. So with this, 10 more minutes is there. So I'll end today's topic. It's a small event. So any comments, any corrections are there, please.
In the same way, Srila Prabhupada would ask his leaders, should we do this or should we do that? Just to kind of also involve the devotees in the decision making. Although ultimately Prabhupada did what he wanted to do, but you see Kṛṣṇa is involving Uddhava like that. When a pure devotee, they have, they become spiritualized, they sometimes consider their bodies are spiritual. Same kind of spiritual as like Kṛṣṇa spiritual inside, outside, wherever he appears, his Satchidananda Vigraha. So the bodies of the pure devotees, when they're considered spiritual, they're still material and substance, but spiritualized. You want to say something about that? How do you become spiritualized?
By serving, by utilizing the senses in Krishna's service. That's what Prabhupada teaches. When we are fully absorbed, just like the pure devotees, like Prabhupada himself, all the time he was doing Krishna's service. So that is how the material senses become spiritualized. That is the simplest understanding. That much I can understand. And also when the devotee, they acts in accordance to the desire of the spiritual master or the Supreme Lord, they have the same goal. It is called ekottam. It is mentioned in Ishopanishad. Ekottam means they have the same goal. They have the same purpose. And these devotees are the different agents. Nimitta matram bhava sabbe sachin. That is what Krishna says. You just do it, but I am doing it. But the credit I will give to you. So similarly, spiritual master teaches everything to the disciple. But he sometimes tests how much the disciple has learned. He wants to test the intelligence. Like I am also a Guru Maharaj. We don't know whether Gurudev is testing us or he is asking us. It's difficult to know sometimes. Some of the things he doesn't know actually. Like some of this place, suppose he has not visited a place, he will ask, where is it? But many times he knows it and he just testing whether we know it or not. So it's both the things. But in either case, he gets the pleasure. The main thing here, Krishna is relishing the rasa of this, exchanging this loving sentiments with Uddhava. That is more important. He is getting the pleasure. And also the Uddhava will very enthusiastically, he will tell in details. So that is the actual understanding.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thanks for the wonderful class. Prabhuji, I need some light on this, like devotees normally ask me. What Prabhupada has to say. Like a devotee that leaves his body in Vrindavan Dham, what happens to him? And what happens to a devotee who leaves his body outside Bharat, like London, South Africa? What's his position?
Yeah, Krishna gives the answer in the 8th chapter, 6th verse. Antakalacha mamemam smaran mukta kalevaram. So that is the consciousness is more important. Whether one gives a body in Vrindavan or outside Vrindavan. If he is remembering Krishna, he will go back to Godhead. Yam jam bhapim smaran bhavam tejatenta kalevaram tam tam ivete kaunteya tada sadbhava bhavit. So that is the answer. So if somebody somehow or the other remembering Krishna at the time of departure, I have seen many, being a medical man, I have seen many patients, those who are devotees, they give up their body outside. But somehow they just flickering moment of Hare Krishna they say, or they hear the Krishna Kirtan. Somehow or other they are trying to make him remember Krishna. So that is more important. And also Dham, somebody gives a body, the possibility is more, because everything is spiritual here. There is a higher possibility, higher opportunity or chance that one may remember Krishna. Like that is the advantage. But even then, one's giving a body in Dham, but he is not fully purified, he has to take another birth. So that is the law. But he will get a better opportunity. He will again get a Dham Vas. So where he will get more opportunity. Everywhere Kirtan is going on, Harikatha, Prasadam. Even though he may not get human birth, the chances are more to get delivered. That is why there are 6 kinds of Dham Vasis. So one of them is who gives up this body in Dham. That's what Prabhupada teaches. But some of the devotees, they say, no, just by giving up this, like these monkeys. I many times ask the devotees, what will happen to them? Or Devi Shakti Mataji said, no, they have to again do bhakti without completely cleared, purified from the material desires. Nobody can enter the Bhagavatam. See, there are unlimited number of universes. Unlimited. So we don't know where is Krishna's plan. Krishna may put us in a very good family, isn't it? Suchinam simatam grehe jogavashta bhajayate. So some bhakti has been done. So whatever left out, he'll put in a Vaishnava family. Just we can finish it off. So that is more important.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Thanks.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji for the wonderful class. So far as I have come to learn, the Lord even uses politics for a good reason for his devotees. So sometimes when his devotees use politics for a good reason, without knowing the rhyme or reason, why are we in the habit of criticizing those devotees?
Yeah.
Why don't we think that the devotee who has taken the decision for a good reason, why we don't like to, comply with the decision he has taken?
Okay. So Krishna's actions are transcendental. They are beyond the three modes. But as a practicing devotee, we see sometimes some devotee does some mistake. And temple authority may not take the appropriate action. That's what he meant to say. Sometimes they over punish him or, some kind of things. But the politics in this sense, actually nothing, for Krishna everything is pure. The people think like that, he's the greatest politician, but he has a higher intention. But if this devotee, as per your question, if he is acting as per Guru, Sadhu and Shastra, he knows the norms and conditions of the devotional institution. Like Prabhupada, he has made very clear-cut guidelines. And recently, I think Prabhuji, they are coming up with ISKCON laws. My Guru Maharaj is also one of the members. They are going to compile all the lectures, all the books, all the letters, everything together. They are coming up in the future as a reference point for ISKCON. Because situation is day by day, the influence of Kali is increasing. So how Kali will act? It will create conflict between devotees, isn't it? So that is how we think they are doing politics. But as a rule, if we follow the authority, whoever is in charge, in power, so we are on the safe side. So better not to go into too much into details whether they are right or not, because they are also guided by their superiors and Prabhupada. If they are doing something wrong, Krishna is there to correct them. We are not their authority to correct them. And their spiritual master is there. They will take guidance from them, isn't it? So there is nothing, not a problem. Isn't it?
Prabhuji, that's why I said that when the devotees take a decision for a good reason.
And that's good.
Yeah, I said good reason.
See, good and bad, it's in material world, everything is relative. Whatever is good for me, it may be bad for you. So everything is relative. So ultimately, if it is for the benefit of that devotee, what is wrong about it? That's the point.
Thank you.
ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की उपस्थित समस्त भक्तवृंद की हिताय गौर सीतानाथ प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल. Like me.